Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good afternoon, friends. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Magic Universe with Sharona. And I am your radio host and magical mama, Sharona Rapsick. And I'm coming to you live today from the Big Apple, New York City. I am an artist and designer of the Boho Pixie Tarot, and I'm also an angel whisperer. And yes, I really do talk to angels, and I can show you how you can do that too. I am also a tarot master teacher, an angel Reiki master, and a life coach, and a teacher of the magical and intuitive arts. And I'm so happy that you're joining me here today. This little radio show is all about awakening and embracing your inner personal power and self-confidence, and creating magic and miracles in all areas of your life, simply by using a little bit of help from our angels and guides and that divine and loving conscious energy of the magical universe that we are all each a part of. So, are you ready to live your magic and be who you really are? Then join me during this hour, and I'm going to invite you all to step into your power and awaken your true magic. This show is brought to you by the Psychic Talk Radio Network. Now, that's the one and only radio network with spirit and psychic you. So please visit www.psychictalk.net to learn more about our past and upcoming radio shows, our hosts, and as well about our online courses that we offer at Psychic You. And while you're there, you might want to check out my course, the Certified Angel Reiki Practitioner. That's the only course where you can get certified both as a Yosoi Reiki Master and an Angel Reiki Master. Okay, I want to let you know that this show is also being brought to you by the Tarot School. So you might want to go to tarotschool.com because they have a lot of great stuff on their website, and they also offer Monday evenings on the Tarot Salon on Zoom. So if you want to go to tarotschool.com to register and learn more, also sign up for their newsletter, Tarot School Tarot Tips, and you'll be able to get their fabulous newsletter. And while you're there, you might want to check out my column there, Meet the Reader. Okay, to tell you a little bit more about this show, it is a live call-in radio show. And here we talk about such topics as angels, crystals, energy healing, tarot and oracle cards, astrology, synchronicity, and my favorite, the law of attraction. So I can teach you how to raise your energy so that you have good high vibrations. So you can generate, create, and attract more love and magic into your life. Now, Magic Universe is on the air live, always on the second and fourth Sunday of each and every month. And you can listen to our show on the World Wide Web at psychictalk.net live on your internet browser. You can also listen in on your phone, too. And you do that simply by calling in to 714-816-4628. And that reminds me to tell you that this is a live call-in show. So if you'd like to call in for a free mini reading, an angel message, or a little angel Reiki, or add your comments to today's topic, or just simply to say hello, you can call in at 714-816-4628, but that's only to listen. So if you want to be live on the air, you want to make sure that you press number 1 on your telephone keypad. And that will flag us on the switchboard so that we know that you want to be live on the air and we can pick up your call. But once you're in, and I see that a number of people have already called in, you want to make sure that you press the number 1 afterwards on the keypad. Okay? So we also have if you can't call in, we do have a chat room post, and if you're listening in on the psychictalk.net website, you can go all the way down to the page, and we have a chat room, and you can also put in your comments and questions there. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's rock and roll and have a little fun. Today, I am going to be talking about number 0, the Fool card. And for those of you that are new to tarot, I want to give you a little history about the tarot. Tarot is a way of talking to the divine using cards. Now, using the cards to talk to the divine, which is what divination means, has been around for a long, long time. And today, when most people think of tarot cards, they think about the tarot cards that were developed early in the 20th century, where there were 2 main trailblazers. So I always like to tell people that a long, long time ago, in a land not too far away known as England, 2 Americans, Arthur Edward Waite and Pamela Pixie Coleman Smith, created a magical deck of cards that changed our world forever. So it is this deck, which is known as the Waite-Smith deck, that most people today associate tarot cards with. Now, I like to say that these cards were amazing because with these 78 cards, they contain the vast wisdom of the Hermetic Western tradition. So within these cards, you find astrology, numerology, alchemy, Kabbalah, angel, talking to angels, Freemasonry, sacred geometry, ceremonial ritual magic, and even the tales of the Holy Grail, all within a little deck of cards, of 78 cards, which combine to make a little library that you can actually carry in your pocket. So how amazing is that? Now, to give credit to the deck, we always have to remember the 2 trailblazers that I spoke about. That's Arthur Edward Waite, who designed the architecture of the deck, and the fabulous Pamela Pixie Coleman Smith, who created the illustrations. Now, we call her Pixie because that was her nickname. It was Pixie's artwork that created a magical language of archetypal symbols that became a vehicle to transform energy into a readily accessible language that allows us to speak with whatever you call it, the universe, God, which I like to call the great ocean of divinity, and the universe, our higher self, whatever you want to call it, using these symbols. And many believe that Pixie channeled these images through the processes of divination, meditation, and dream work. So more than 100 years have come and gone since the creation of the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. And that was back in 1909. So think of how long ago that was, and that this deck is still being very important to the world. But the world and tarot's audience has really evolved with the internet, with all of the different things that are out there. And I like to say it's gone from a world of black and white to a vibrant full color. So the Waite-Smith deck has inspired countless new versions, and my deck, the Boho Pixie deck, is one of these because I'm using the images that were developed and created over 100 years ago. I've just kind of updated them and given them more color and more diversity. So today's card that we are going to be looking at is, I would say it's either my favorite or my second most favorite card in the deck. And it's number 0, the Fool. So if you have this card, you can take a look at it, but you don't have to because I am going to describe what's going on in this card. So just imagine that you are walking down a path and you meet up with another traveler on that path. And what we see is someone who is going on a journey walking through the mountains. Now picture that the sun is shining and it's a beautiful day without a cloud in the sky. And this traveler is traveling light with a simple pack on a stick across his shoulder. And we're going to talk more about his companion that's with him, which is a little small white dog. Let's talk a little bit about this traveler. Although he's dressed for a journey, he's dressed in rich and flamboyant clothing. And maybe not the most suitable clothing to wear for a hike in the wilderness, but that's okay. What he represents is youthful energy, colors, and enthusiasm. And he also symbolizes the realization of the true limitedness of the universe. So, sometimes the card does get a bad rap. People go, I don't want to be called a fool. But I consider that actually a compliment, the word being a fool. Because if you are a fool, you're willing to accept that you don't know everything and that you are always open to learning something. And that is the quality that I like to view the fool as being. Knowing everything, but also knowing nothing. And that's when you come into the state of being limitless. And you have the potential for creating each day fresh new beginnings. So I always like to get down to it and say that the Fool card actually represents the beginning, but also the beginning in time. And it's not an accident that I've learned through studying numerology that this card bears the number 0, because it is the 0 within that tiny speck that contains the universe before the Big Bang, when everything was created. So you, as the Fool and the Fool, you're tapping into that energy where you can totally create and you can totally learn. Now, some folks like to point out that the Fool is gazing up at the sky while walking off a cliff, and this is a recipe for disaster. But as you can see on the card, there's this little white dog beside him, and that little white dog is giving him divine guidance and warning us and working with us. So this is your intuition, and this is if you want to talk about it in modern terms, it is your GPS. So it's always there to help you and to guide you to the right place. So it's very interesting that in the card it's a little white dog. And what's interesting is this whole thing, if you look throughout history and mythology, there's always been these little white spirit animals calling us to open up our hearts to the wild and the sacredness of the wind, the water, the earth, and the air, and dream a new world into being. So in multiple cultures, there's always been these little white animals that have been designated as sacred and the basics of legends and myths. So in the Native American with the First Nations, you've always had the legend of the white buffalo calf. And also in the legends of Africa, there has been the symbolism of the white lion. Also in the Canadian First Nations, there is the legend of the white spirit bear or the ghost bear. And in India, Thailand, and Myanmar, there's the legend of the white elephant. So white animals have always been very symbolic of our intuition and communicating with the divine. And even in fiction, we can't forget Alice in Wonderland and the wonderful white rabbit. So here in the deck, we have, along with the Fool, a very important symbol for us to tap into, and that is the little white dog. And I like to call it your inner tuition, your higher self, or your inner GPS. So what is your intuition, and why is it important, and why do I place such an emphasis on following a little white dog or whatever that symbol that you use for your intuition? Well, for one thing, that's how I gather information when I'm doing psychic readings. And a lot of people talk about what are the main avenues that our intuition takes that we use in communication. And I like to call them the 4 clairs. Clairaudience, which is hearing voices. Clairvoyance, which is seeing images. Clairsentience, which is recognizing feelings. And claircognizance, which is inner knowing. So just to kind of briefly go through these and how I use them in readings. I use them every day in my life, and you can too. And we get them different ways. I kind of get them all 4 ways, but the first one that people think of is clairaudience, and that is when you kind of hear voices in your mind. Now remember, this tone of voice is always the same. It's very loving and it's very calm. So if I'm reading cards, I might get a message. If I was looking at the Fool card, sometimes I've gotten a message where, although the card is showing take a journey, I might get a message saying this is a good time, or I might get a message that I can hear and convey that this might not be a good time to take a journey. So we need to be, when you work with your intuition, listen for these voices. And sometimes the voices, when I do a reading, I might get a name or a word. Or, sometimes the name is the name of an archangel or spirit guide, or even someone who may be an ancestor that is trying to communicate with someone. So, that's one way that intuition and using the little white dog comes through to me. Now, a lot of people use the word clairvoyant for everything psychic, but actually clairvoyant means that you're seeing images. So that's where the tarot cards, when I teach people how to be psychic, and one of the first tools that I introduce them to is the tarot deck, because that teaches you to think in terms of symbols. So, while you're working with your tarot deck, you might get a symbol that'll come through, or one symbol will jump off the card. Like for example, if I'm looking at the Fool card, and for some reason I keep, looking at the symbol of the bag that the Fool is carrying on his shoulder, I might say I'm getting an image of your bag. did you lose a bag, or are you missing your purse or whatever? Or, it might show up as a warning, be careful of your belongings. There's all different ways that these symbols and everything jump out at you. And then the third way that, your intuition or your inner GPS is going to be working with you is feelings. So this is known as clairsentience, and a tool that you might want to work with in addition to the tarot cards is working with the pendulum. So this is where you tune into your feelings. But, sometimes when I'm reading the cards, I'll get a feeling in my body, and I might say I'm getting a pain in my knee. I don't know why I'm getting a pain in my knee. And when I'm reading for someone, they might say, yeah, I'm having trouble with my knees, and I'm feeling pain there. And then the main way that, at least for me, that I get messages from the little white dog or my intuition is through a clair that's known as claircognizance, and that is simply where you just kind of know something that there's like you're searching for an answer. Like I love to talk to my guides and the spirits around me if I have a question. And it's so interesting. It could be something like, I don't know where I put my keys, help me. And I will suddenly know where the keys are. Or there's just some kind of problem that I want to solve, and an answer will appear. So that's a little bit that I like to, when I go over the full card, I love to bring up that this is a card that tells us that we're coming down from the mountains. And I like to believe that when we're coming down from the mountains, that means that each one of us has a little drop of divinity that's coming down to the earth plane to experience life in the physical form. And I also love the symbolism of that little white dog, and that we have this little white dog beside us that actually could be, it's not necessarily a physical animal, but it's the spirit guide that wants to communicate with us and keep us safe and keep us happy. So that's what when I said that I'm going to talk about the Fool card, what I want to talk about today, and I hope that was helpful. Also, I want to add, as far as I have my deck that I'm shuffling because I'm going to be doing some readings for people that have called in. On the back of my deck, I actually have the little white dog because I just feel that is just such an important metaphor. Whether you're thinking of the white rabbit where you're going down rabbit holes and you're finding out things, or that you have got the spirit animal that is forever with you. So I am going to start shuffling my cards. I see that we have a number of people that are all lined up. So I'm going to shuffle my cards, and right now, the first caller in the line is, let me just get them up here in the system. And they're calling from area code 347. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello. Hi. My name is Tanika, and I'm calling from New York, Long Island specifically.
Hi, Tanika. So you're nearby. You're on Long Island.
Mm-hmm.
Or Long Island, as we say here, Long Island. So how can, I hope you enjoyed, what I said about the Fool card. That's just one of the many cards that are in the tarot deck. So how can I help you today, or is there something that you want to add to the conversation? I just love that you're here today.
Thank you. I enjoy listening and learning, and I wanted to ask a question if I could.
Of course.
I wanted to know if the end of the month in October, if you see me in a different job or living any place different, and if you see where the job might be or what it will be, or if you see me living any place different, if so, where? Because there's a lot of changes that look like they're coming up for me at the end of the month. Whether I want it to or not, it seems like it's going to happen. So, I mean, I've been applying to places, but I just don't, I really don't know what's going to happen. I'm just curious.
Okay. Well, I can help you with that. Now, you said the end of October or the end of September?
The end of September.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that. So we're at the midway with the middle of the month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap into my intuition, and we've kind of talked about how it works, how I might mention symbols to you or certain words are going to jump out. And you can't believe this. I shuffled the deck 11 times. And what is the first card that I get is the Fool card. So that's kind of saying that you are at the beginning of a journey. And I'm getting really good vibrations about it, that this is going to be a good thing. You've been working hard and trying to find, oh my goodness, we're getting some really good cards. So I'm getting that, it's been a quiet period. You've been working hard for this change. You've been learning and studying, and you're ready for it. You might have even turned down some other things in the past because they didn't feel right for you. And something is coming up where it's going to be absolutely perfect for you. I'm getting that everything that you've hoped for, that I'm going to try to get some more information about if you're going to be moving. It's just I just see everything just turning around for you. And I am getting that there is movement, but I'm also getting that, let me just see, I'm getting that it could go either way, that you would be staying where you are. I know you're, because you want to find the place that's absolutely perfect for you, but I am getting movement. So I see that you're going to be offered something wonderful. It's going to be happening very quickly. So, and it's going to be something that you've really worked hard for, and your whole world is going to change. And it's happening quickly. So I'm getting a big yes on both of those questions.
Okay. For the job, because it's like I'm all over the spectrum with places I applied for, places that offered me, but this one is not right because of what they're offering, and then this one I'm hoping to hear back from, haven't heard back. Like, it's like all over the place. So as far as like where I'll be working in October, do you get a feel of what it will be? Or I could even mention the company names and like you tell me if it's that or not that, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let me shuffle the cards again and see if we can. You don't have to tell me the name of the company, but you can just think it. Since we're on the air, you don't know if they're listening in. You just think about that company, and I'm going to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that you've been applying a lot of places. You've actually, there's been a lot of offerings to you, but you're being very selective, which is very good. Mm-hmm. You're not just settling for, a job that is for the money or whatever. You want something that you're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm seeing that very shortly you're going to have there's going to be more than one offering on the table, and I think that they will be getting back to you, but I think you're going to be hearing back from some of the other companies. I mean, what I'm seeing is next week, and there's going to be a tremendous release of energy. Things that have been tied up where, people haven't been doing much of anything. We've been trying to figure out with the pandemic and everything where we're going, that after this long sleep that we've been in, it's really been like a sleep, like I keep seeing, so I was saying I'll see images while I'm working with the cards. I see Sleeping Beauty, that the whole world has been Sleeping Beauty, and suddenly it's being awakened by a kiss, by a handsome prince, and we're waking up. So I do see you're going to get more than one offering that's coming your way. And, it's interesting. Again, I get the Fool card, so you're going to be embarking on a journey. So I do see that you are going to be moving, and, make sure that your intuition guides you. But what's interesting, the second card that I'm getting with it is my other favorite card in the deck, which is the Magician. And the Magician is saying you have everything that you need to succeed, and know that you have that. And, the only thing that could ever stand in your way is your lack of confidence. So you need to know that you've got what it takes, and that you have everything that you need to draw upon this to create this new opportunity that you want in your life. So I see that that company, if that's the company that you want to get back to you, they will be getting back to you. But also I see another opportunity too. So get ready. You're going to get really busy. Everyone is saying, when is everything going to get, moving, and what's going on in the world today? And I go, yep, it's going to get moving. Get ready. We've been sleeping. So take a deep breath. Things are going to start really happening. I hope that helped, my dear, and thank you for calling in. You have a wonderful energy, and, thank you for calling in. I love you, and I'm also getting a message from Archangel Jophiel, and she says just to tell you how beautiful and how wonderful you are, and always know that. And
thank you.
Go forth. You're welcome. I'm going to put you back in the queue if you want to listen in. I always say that even when I take messages for other people, they're for everyone who's listening in. There's no accident that you happen to be on this phone call. However, it's no accident that you're listening in to this show. So I am going to area code 256. Hello. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello.
Hi. This is
Hello.
Kimberly from Georgia. Can you hear me?
Kimberly. I can hear you,
Georgia.
Kimberly. And where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Georgia.
Georgia. I always like to kind of picture where you are in the world, kind of pretend that I'm a big bird and I'm flying over the globe and I'm like zeroing in on where you are. So you're on the East Coast. And how can I help you today, Kimberly? What would you like to know?
I would like to know, I am presently in the public school classroom, but I've been looking for other positions so I can propel myself out of the classroom because it's no longer a passion. And I just want to know what you see coming up in the next couple of months for me.
You're career-wise. Okay.
Yeah.
So are you looking for, we got a lot of noise out in the street, police cars and stuff going by. This is kind of a noisy time in the city. A lot of, I'm in Manhattan. So if you hear sirens, the motorcycles, I don't know who's somebody important is going by in a limousine. Okay, so the question I have when you're saying that a career, are you looking for a full-time change, or are you looking for like a side hustle, like a part-time thing?
Oh, full-time
to
change.
Go.
Full-time change.
You want, okay. 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 What I'm getting is there's definitely, as we say in tarot cards, what you're doing has lost its magic or its mojo. And, you're looking for something where you're going to be happier and, be able to bring in the truth, everything that's true to Kimberly and everything. And I do see that that's going to be possible. I have to say, I do see you staying in the classroom a little bit longer and to be patient. What I'm getting is something is going to appear for you that's going to bring change. It'll probably be the beginning of next year, okay? And what I'm also getting that do you have clarity about what you want to do instead of being in the classroom? Hello?
Are you asking me? Oh, I thought you were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
do you have clarity?
Yeah, I actually wanted to be academic coach or, some type of coach to teachers. But if that's not the route, I knew I wanted to help students beyond what I'm doing, maybe one-on-one with maybe coaching, counseling, something like that. Ultimately, I would like to be a life/health coach. I'm being drawn right now to energy medicine and herbs.
Okay. Well, that's definitely showing up that you want to heal. For that, I'm getting you that you could start that right away as a side hustle, because I'm getting that one way that you can make this, come about is you definitely you could start now with that in addition to the classroom work. But I am getting that you need to the thing that's kind of like that you need to do is get really clear about exactly what it is. And then I see everything at maybe in January, everything turning around, and you can bring this new passion into being. But for now, don't continue teaching and continue exploring all these different things that you're exploring. You're meant to be a healer. You're also, as you said, you're meant to help students. So these are like two different things. So do you want to go more with the healing or more with the academic? These are the two things that you need to get clear in your mind as far as if you want to manifest this new opportunity. That's what I'm getting, but it's all possible.
Okay. So when you're saying to get clear in the manifestation, just keep seeing myself outside of the classroom, and then there'll be an opportunity in January.
Yeah, I see that. That's when it's going to be. If you want to make a big jump, I don't see it this year. I see it more like January. But I would keep in the classroom, and on the side, start doing these things that you want to do, so that you can kind of refine it and get more clarity about it. Because I think you said health, and then you also said education. So Which one are you more drawn to? You could do that, but you got to keep. I do see there's some more pieces that you need to study about, and to make that happen. But that's definitely possible.
Okay.
I hope that helps.
It does. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. You have such a lovely energy. Thank you for calling in today and lending your energy to the show. Love you.
You're welcome.
Love you so much.
Love you too.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we are already at the bottom of the hour, folks, so I'll be able to take a couple more calls, I know, but I have to let you know what's coming up later on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. So tomorrow, I want to let you know that we have a wonderful show. That's tomorrow, Monday, September the 13th, and it's going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and you got to go onto your calendar or your clocks to find out when it's going to be live for you if you want to listen in live. But we also, all of our shows like this one, we do record them. So if you can't make it live, you can always listen in later. And we have the Wisdom of the Soul show with host Janice Fuge. And then on Friday, September 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, one of my favorite shows is going to be on, and that's a show you can call into, and that's called the Spiritual Guidance Radio, and that's with Angel Channel and healer Catherine Hahn. And this lady really does talk to the angels. I know that she does. I've seen her create some miracles. And then next Saturday, September 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, we have one of my favorite shows. It's Tarot Today Radio. And there's going to be, that's with Mary Brown and Dax Carlisle. And they're going to have a wonderful co-host with them, Corby Mitchell. And they're going to be talking about what we as tarot readers do and how we support the massive shift that is coming into our world, this massive change, which will be wonderful, and what role we as tarot readers and listeners can contribute to this. And I will be back again with this show. As I said, I'm on twice monthly, so I'll be back on the Sunday, September 26th, and I'm going to have a guest. And for any of you who are interested in coaching and help with their career, you want to call into this show because I am going to be on with the wonderful spiritual life coach and tarot reader, Anita Avalos. And we'll be doing tarot readings, and we'll also be doing some coaching, some spiritual life coaching. So if you like this show, also remember that I'm always on the second Sunday of the month and the fourth Sunday of the month. Okay, so folks, I am going to start taking some more calls out there. So I think I'm going to go to area code 801. So let me push my magical button and bring on area code 801. What is your name and where are you calling from? Who's there?
Hi, this is Charlotte from Utah.
Hey, Charlotte. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Utah.
Okay, Utah. So I hope you are enjoying our show today. I hope you are tapping into your intuition because I see lots of spirit animals around you, my friend. So what can I do a reading for you today on?
I need a direction to go. So if there's any advice, any help from angels, whatever. Because I'm just like, I feel like I'm stuck in a rut.
Okay. Now, when you say direction, do you mean an actual physical direction or sorry about the noise. I don't know what the heck's going on in the city. We've got every siren going off in the world. I hope that it's 9/11. I hope that it's all for good. Well, we had that yesterday, so we don't need that again. But it's a lot of commotion out there. I know a lot of dignitaries are in the city, so
yeah,
could be that they're just. It could be that they're just showing off. That's what I hope it is. I hope nothing.
Right.
Nothing. So direction. So let's just kind of see. Well, we were talking a lot about the Fool card today, and let's see what we're getting. I don't hear the sirens. I don't know what the hell's going on. Okay, so anyhow. Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Well,
they are for something good.
Them? Yeah. Okay, so, I'm getting that you are you're experiencing a lot of pain right now. And first thing that I'm going to do is I need to send some healing Reiki energy to you. Okay, so that we can, flush out all that so that, like you got to get your optimism back. And we got to I'm going to just do kind of like an angel wash on you. I'm going to have, wash out all that pain that's hurting you, both emotionally and physically. Okay, to just kind of take. I'm getting a vision of the Archangel Michael and his sword, that he's like, cutting the cords and the pain and, getting that out of you, and that you'll be able to move forward. I mean, it's not that you can't find direction, it's just that you're kind of stuck. And what I'm going to do is just cut all those cords so that you're not tied to that. So, you've been doing a lot of work, both on yourself and learning I see a new career coming your way, a new form of work. And that's coming up very shortly, that you'll be able to do it, but it'll probably be the end of the year. But, we've got to heal you and get you feeling better. I mean, you're definitely on the right path. You're definitely a healer and a leader. And you just need to tap in that energy and get moving forward with it. And I just see, I keep getting, Michael with his sword and, cutting those pains and those. It's not that you can't see a direction. It's just that you're like tied up. So I hope that I can, get some energy moving for you.
It trust me, it's moving, because it just brought like enough emotions to the surface that I was ready to do the ugly cry. I just had to squash it really hard so I could make it through the phone call. I mean, seriously, and chills, goosebumps, and so what you're doing is obviously starting to work, because that flush of emotion was crazy.
Well, you have, I see Archangel Michael. He's wrapping his wings around you and, clearing up, all of these problems that are standing in your way. So, you should feel his energy around you, that you should feel like a royal blue energy of love and healing wrapping itself around you, Charlotte, and healing you and getting movement. Like it's like I keep getting this, you're like tied into place. You got to break those things and move forward. And you can, because you've done the homework. There's so many skills that you have.
Well, yeah, that's what it seems like. But then it's like they've all gone dormant.
I didn't catch that. What was the last thing that you said?
It's like they've all gone dormant. Everything that I learned or I had, it's like they've gone dormant.
Well, they're gone dormant because you got to pick them up again. You gotta It's only by movement that we create change. So pick up all your tools, start playing with them, start moving. And, the thing that I was saying about a GPS, like in a car, it doesn't work if you don't move. So just start moving, and then, it's gonna tap in. And I'm getting that, you can do whatever you want. Okay, my dear.
Well,
I hope that helped. And thanks for calling in.
It helped a lot. I mean, I seriously have not felt a surge of emotion and energy like that for a long time. So, I mean, you are so amazing. The things you accomplish with your love and your talent is just so beautiful. And and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you.
Well, I'm grateful to have you here too, Charlotte. You have so much wonderful energy within you. And as I said with the other caller, you got to believe in yourself. And this period is where things don't seem to be moving and you don't know what direction you're going in, that's going to be changing. So just take those steps and you will see the light, okay? It'll be the light out of the darkness.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling in. Love you, Charlotte.
Thanks for taking my call.
I'm going to put you... Oh, I'm so happy to. I'm going to put you back in the queue, and we have time. I'm going to take another call. So I'm going to area code 440. What is your name, and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is
Hello.
Patricia. Hello.
Hi, Patricia. And where are you calling from?
Calling from Ohio.
Ohio.
I'd like to get some understanding. Since last year, I've been feeling a pull to move to southwest part of the country. I've already visited Arizona, and I'm going to visit New Mexico, and I'll probably do that next month, October. I'm trying to determine. I was thinking of Albuquerque, and I started doing some research, but I'm also wondering, with the towns, and I've not been there before, don't have any family, nothing. So there's obviously, I'm guessing, some type of spiritual or whatever reason that I'm to be from here, be going there. What I'd like to get some understanding with the cities, Aztec, Farmington, or Shiprock. would I,
Okay.
or should I consider those?
Okay, so one town, and this is New Mexico or Arizona?
New Mexico.
Okay, so one is called Aztec, like the Aztecs, and the other one is called Shiprock. Okay,
Right.
so I'm just gonna do like see what comes up. I'm getting both of them could be really good.
Good.
Yeah. No, both of them I'm getting extremely good energy as either one of those places could be very beneficial. The Aztec, I actually seeing, are you going to be going by yourself, or is someone else going with you?
Just by
I see
myself.
you meeting. Yeah. Well, you can meet. And you said that you're going to be going there in a few weeks. You're going to meet someone that you're going to really be happy to meet there.
Okay.
And
I'm considering seriously that I will be relocating by the end of the year, December, or the beginning of next year, like January or February of next year.
Okay. I think the actual move, I'm getting like 8 for the number. So let me just think of I don't know, what this 8 just popped into my head. I'm getting like maybe it could be 8 weeks or 8 months. But I'm going more with the 8 weeks. So what would that be? 8 weeks? That's kind of like toward the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I see it happening pretty soon. You said that you're going to be going there. You're going to, I see you meeting someone who's going to be really helpful and, definitely moving on to something better.
Yeah, because I definitely must exit here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well.
And both places seem really good. What kind of work do you do? Can may ask?
Well, I want to work from home, but my experience has been working in offices, and I'm teaching myself freelance writing, and also I'm teaching myself audio and video editing. And, of course, the free softwares on my computer, that I can download on my computer, and then once I learn how to take videos on my phone and upload that onto my computer and just keep practicing with that. But I've been resisting and procrastinating about that. And I know I just need to just do it because that's going those skill sets. Now, normally I've worked in offices, receptionist and that, but that my intention and will be is to work from home.
Okay.
And to do these side gigs. So like customer service, phone interviewer, a rater, say working with AI for, and I'm sitting for a test now, a rater rating websites, the landing pages for companies to use. But it's basically just finding the side gigs that for what I have and what I can afford, which is the library Wi-Fi hotspot, and just keep building up and saving that money once I finally get a position, and then I can, as I said, have the income so that I can pay for, like a lot of these companies work from home. They want you to have a DSL or broadband or Ethernet or fiber optic service. So it's been challenges, but I'm just going to, I don't know how it's going to work out, because I want to have X amount of money to take with me so that I can, and my purpose of my visit, obviously, is to go to neighborhoods, visit and see apartment buildings, and I've been searching online and, looking at information and listening, going on to YouTube videos and wanting to find people, not the real estate people, but actual people who have either lived there now or have lived there, and get the real information, real truth.
Okay, well, I see you're going and you're going to find helpful people. And okay. I'm also getting, can you start doing I know you said that your work, it's work that's designed that you would be doing from home. So yes. Are you doing it now? Okay, you need to start doing it now. Start tomorrow. Right. Trying to do this. Because as I was telling the earlier caller, you don't get any attraction or movement unless you move. Like, you start physically doing stuff. That's right, how the intuition kicks in.
Right.
You think about what you want and then just start, just trying to do it.
Right,
it's kind of like kids, like children do that. They play at it before, and then they create it. So whatever it is that you want to do, you got to start, almost like playing at what you want to do, and tapping into that energy. Yeah. It's almost like, kid says, I want to be a pilot, and he pretends to be a pilot, and he becomes one because you're feeding into that energy, and you're creating that flow with the universe and, creating it. And you can do it. Start tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I'll start, today. And, well, that's what,
Start today. That's even better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I start now, looking at pics of, and then seeing the videos of some of these neighborhoods. And, and like I said, I've did some brainstorm writing of, the qualities I want, in living in an apartment building, an apartment, and obviously it's going to be by myself. There's no kids, no pets, no furniture, my clothes, my books. I do have some belongings. And I don't have a car, so, things like public transit I'd have to be 5 minutes walking distance, with buses and railway trains, and stores and grocery stores have to be like 5 minutes walking distance. So it's like I'm working on the mindset.
Okay, and also, start, you want to do this work from your computer, start like doing it, start, get into the feeling of work, just, taking those baby steps,
right.
Do the audio work and the work, just start doing it now.
Yes.
If there's someone you can offer it to as a service, say, hey, I do this, let me show you what I can do, and get that flow going.
Yeah. And I've been, like I said, procrastinating and resisting of practicing or downloading the software, and it's like, okay, and I realize what I'm doing is like, okay, reset and just do it, because when I get into that energy, then I'm more frustrated because I'm here in this city where, I mean, the energy here is so thick and negative, and it's so it's like, and there's nothing for me here. So yeah. So I'm ready to move. I've been clearing out clutter, physical clutter, old emails. So yeah. But anyway, so it was, you said Aztec and Shipwalk. Where possible. Okay. Well, thank you very much, and have a good day.
You too. Thanks for calling in. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Okay, so look at what time it is. So I will not be able to get to all the calls because the time is running out, but I'll be back in 2 weeks for my special guest, Anita Avalos. She's a life coach and spiritual coach, and also a tarot reader. So I want to tell you, my listeners, that I'm so grateful that you're here. I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for you and your energy. And I do want to always remind you that it's really important, the words that we speak create. So I want you to say with me right now, I am strong, I am confident, I am magical, I am enough, I am beautiful, and I deserve the very best. You want to get that energy going, raise your vibes, because everything is energy. The universe and you and me. And there are answers there. We all have our intuition. Like the Fool, we've got that little white dog that is always speaking to us and guiding us and giving us the answer. So that's what you want to do, and you want to focus on what's positive in your life. And if you are alive, that's something positive. And just being so grateful for that, because you will attract even more positive situations, because we live in a magical universe. So I am telling you to keep your energy and your vibrations high, and I want you to step into your power, because you're very powerful. I want you to awake your magic. So until we meet again, which is Sunday, September the 26th, I am wishing every one of you out there just countless blessings, love, magic, and high vibrations. I love you all. Bye-bye.